So what's your reaction when your teacher casually drops, "Hey guys, it's time for the final exams. Are you ready?" Like, yeah, of course, I've been counting down the days to my doom. Lol. The moment when exam season walks in uninvited and you are still in denial. Hopefully your reaction isn't this, dramatically running away in pure panic and shock, while internally questioning all your life choices that led to this moment, followed by that soul leaving the body moment where life suddenly comes to a complete pause and you start rethinking every decision you've ever made. Because at this point, not even your coach can save you. Honestly, at this point, don't even bother asking your friends if you're going to be okay. They have zero idea either. All they can do is offer comfort and help you study, not predict your future. So what's the solution? Should you just give up, leave everything behind, and go live as a saint on some remote mountain? Honestly, that might be easier than dealing with life right now. At least monks don't have to write assignments or answer awkward questions in class. Exactly. As the captain said, we have to do this. So, do you also have a big game ahead, like a tournament, a hobby, or even just leveling up in Genshin Impact, but your academics are blocking the way? Same. To avoid ending up in a situation like Hinata and the gang, here's my first absolutely genius tip. Step 1. Sleep. Because if you're asleep, you can't worry about exams, right? No, please don't actually do that. I am just kidding, although sleeping through your problems sounds like something Shikamaru might suggest. But we're aiming to be a little more proactive here. All right, let's be real. Whatever professors say in class isn't a bedtime story. I mean, bedtime stories are actually interesting. This stuff is more like a live lullaby you didn't ask for, perfectly engineered to make your eyelids heavier by the second. But as boring as it might be, try to stay awake and pay attention from the start. Even if you're the laziest person alive, catching just a bit of what they say will save you a world of pain later. Trust me, nothing's worse than trying to figure it all out on your own when you could have just stayed awake the first time. Ask a friend technique. Here's the ultimate trick for when your brain is stuck on level. Potato. Call a friend who's actually good at the subject you're struggling with. But here's the twist. What if the friend you need help from is someone you really don't want to ask? Like Tsukishima level snarky? That's when you have to do a full Hinata and Kageyama. Swallow your pride, grovel if needed, and beg for their wisdom. Sure, it's embarrassing, but hey, desperate times call for desperate measures. Why? Because let's face it, your teacher might have spent hours explaining the same thing, but your friend? They'll break it down in 2 minutes flat, using language that actually makes sense to your meme-infested brain. Friends know your mental shortcuts. They'll find the fastest way to make that concept click. And here's the bonus. It's fun. You're not in a classroom, there's no pressure, and you won't feel judged for asking the dumbest questions. And let me tell you, that magical moment when their explanation finally makes sense, instant dopamine hit. It's like when Hinata finally nails that killer serve for the first time. Pure, unfiltered joy. So go ahead, embrace the awkwardness, call your Tsukishima, and let the anime arc of your study session begin. Group study method. Grab your friends for a group study session and make sure to invite the topper of the group. Why? Because watching them slowly lose their patience with your dumb questions is hilarious and oddly motivating. They'll start calm, like, okay, let me explain this. Then 5 minutes in, how do you not get this? It's so simple. And while they're dramatically scribbling on paper or yelling about basic algebra, you'll actually start to understand. Bonus, their annoyed teaching makes studying way more fun. And you'll never forget the look on their face when you finally say, "Oh, I get it now." The running method. Feeling stuck or sluggish? Wake up, lace up, and hit the ground running. Literally. Whether it's the crack of dawn or peaceful evening, running or cycling can work wonders. Let the sun see you putting in the effort. It might even shine a little brighter for you. The wind in your face, the rhythmic movement, and that post-run energy boost. It's like giving your brain a wake-up call. Not only will you feel great afterward, but your mind will be sharper and more active when you sit down to study. Who knew a quick jog could turn you into a study machine? And that's it, folks. Your starter pack for turning the study sessions into something a little less painful and a lot more fun. Whether you're swallowing your pride to call that one Tsukishima friend for help, turning group studies into accidental stand-up comedy routines, or getting your brain fired up with a quick run or cycle, these small changes can make a big difference. Studying doesn't have to be all stress and monotony. It can be your chance to level up one chapter at a time. So go ahead, Give these ideas a shot, and who knows, you might just surprise yourself. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, stay curious and keep pushing forward.